Hi everybody. Here we go with page 2 of the review sheet. This is kind of going back a little to, probably a couple of weeks ago when we were learning these angles, like the first day. So I'm going to trace them as we go here. Oh, I'm not at the top, am I? There we go. I'll trace them as we go to kind of help you see the angles. A lot of times kids have trouble with that. So here we go here. All right, it says use the figure to determine the measure of each angle. So angle SYX, if you trace from S to Y to X, this is the angle they're talking about, okay? I'm going to trace kind of farther. So notice these are two intersecting lines. So we can use vertical angles. If this angle over here is 76, then this one needs to be 76 also. So angle SYX is 76 degrees. All right, XYW. XYW. Okay, here's this one. See how I'm tracing it? They're talking about this angle in here. And again, we can use vertical. Look straight across these intersecting lines. If that's 40, this has to be 40. XYW is 40, okay. WYV. WYV, okay, here. Hopefully you're getting the hang of it. Look straight across. We can use vertical angles. This is 64, so that's 64. SYW. ooh. So this bigger angle here, okay, well that's going to include the 76 plus the 40. So if you want to use your calculator, 76 plus the 40, or maybe we should write that so we know how we got it. That is 116 degrees. Okay, so hopefully that reminds you of how to look at the angles when you're naming them with 3 letters. Oh, because here we're going to do it again. All right, use the figure to find the degree measure of each angle below. Okay, so we're going to have to use the picture. They're giving us some in the picture, and we're going to have to try to figure this out. All right, so HFG. HFG, here we are. Ooh, you would think it's 35, but it's not. Look, 35 is actually here. Oh, but check it out. This is a 90. So if this is 35, how can you figure out this missing part? You could do 90 minus the 35, which is 55. Okay, so this first one is 55 degrees. All right, 12, KMF. KMF. KM. F is over here. So they're talking about this angle right here, KMF. Boom, vertical. That's 35. So that's 35 degrees. EMF. Where is E? E, M, F. So this angle here. Ooh, this is a hard one. Although I guess because of that, would it be a 90? We could check it. Look, it's in this triangle too. Do you see a triangle here? And we know a triangle has to add up to 180. So let's see, what's 35 plus 55? That's 90, so yeah, this is a 90. 2 ways to find that. Okay. KMA. KMA. Here's K, here's M, here's A. So this obtuse angle here. Now when I look there, I see this line, and I see this 35, plus the angle we're looking for would be 180. So I'm going to take 180 and subtract 35, and that's how I'm going to get that angle right there. So 145, which makes sense. It is a bigger angle. It should be over 90. It is, okay. BME. BME. Okay, so this little guy right here. Well, now I'm looking at, this is a 90, right? And we know this is 35, so 90 minus the 35, 55. So that's another 55er. And last one, MEC. MEC, this guy down here, obtuse. I see a straight line here. Do you see it? So the angle we're looking for, plus 55. Do you see the half circle there? 180. So what's 180 minus 55? 125. So that's 125. Hopefully that helped you guys see, like, you know, the angles we're talking about. Sometimes kids don't get that we're looking at the inside here, but hopefully that helped you guys. All right, define the following and draw an example of. Complementary angles. How would you define? Well, and you could look back in your notes if you wanted to, or just watch here. Two adjacent angles, remember that means right next to each other, that add to complementary is 90. And it wants us to draw an example. Well, I'm going to draw a 90. And it's got to be two angles in there, so then just draw any old ray right in the middle. There's complementary angles. All right, supplementary angles are going to be two adjacent angles that add to supplementary, adds to 180 degrees. And this is the straight line one, so I'm going to draw a straight line. Right, pretend there's a center. So if it was just that, that's a 180 degree, but it's two angles in there. So this angle plus this other one would be 180 degrees altogether. Vertical angles. So those are going to be angles opposite each other, formed by two intersecting lines. Okay, so let's draw two intersecting lines. And let's just show. So this angle here would equal the one opposite it. If you wanted to show these guys, you could do 2 marks. These two would equal those two. Ooh, and adjacent. We've already used this word, but what does adjacent mean? Adjacent angles are just two angles that share a common ray. So they don't, I mean, these are adjacent, because see how they're sharing the line in the middle, the ray? So they don't have to be 180 or 90 though. They could be just two random angles, like we could just draw an obtuse angle, stick a ray in between. So those angles are adjacent to each other. They don't equal 90 or 180, they're just next to each other, adjacent. Okay? All right, 2 more, 21. If angle C and angle D are supplementary and angle D is 115, what's the measure of angle C? Well, what does supplementary mean? That means 180. So we need to do 180 minus the 115. Oh, see, and I even typed it in wrong. Whew, almost another mistake, guys. 65. Let's just check. 65 plus 115. Yes, okay. And then 22. If angle E and angle F are complementary, so that's 90, and angle E is 37, what's the measure of angle F? So I'm going to take 90, subtract the 37. I'm getting 53. I'm going to check just because I'm nervous. It equals 90. Boom. Okay, there you go. All right, hopefully this was helpful for page 2 of the review. Tomorrow you guys have page 3 to turn in. Take your time with it. Actually, let's just look at it here. Here's page 3. You've done a sheet like this before. Remember what figures add up to. You might have to look that up. And then, you know, show your work however you want. Use the computer, do it by hand. You guys are killing it. All right, keep up the good work, everybody.